Anyways, hello everyone. Hope you are doing good. I'm sorry. And welcome back to this Chinini. Now, if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back here. If you are a new subscriber, thank you so much for coming here. It's always nice to see a new face. Well, I don't see your face, but like your presence, it does the job, okay? But anyways, as we all know, 2022 is coming to a close. And since the year is ending, I would like to plan my goals for next year of 2023 because we have quite a few things we want to achieve. And it's also going to be different for me since next year I'm going to be in matric, grade 12. Yeah, so I really want to plan out this year really well. And I figured let me do that, but with the help of a good old app called Notion. Now, if you don't know what Notion is this organizing and planning tool app that one uses for productivity uses to help plan things accordingly and correctly. And I really love using it. I've been using it for the past, I think since last year. I've been using it since last year, and honestly, it's done me so good. I really like so a lot of the features it has, like so many features. And that's why I'm gonna have Notion. I'm gonna be using Notion to assist me on my tablet. So anyways, without further ado, let us get started. Oh, and wait, before I forget, by the time I'll be posting this, it'll probably be 2023. So yeah. Now let's get into the video. All right, we are back, and so what I've done here is I've made these main headings are kind of like different areas of my life where I want to achieve my goals, where I've made goals in different areas of myself, my academics, emotional, social, physical, mental, and some just additional goals, These are things not relating to the first five. So I will go through each of them one by one, and I will explain, my goals and go a bit more in depth about each of them. So we are here. So right now I'm gonna go through Notion, and I'm gonna go through each one. So the first one is academics. So my first goal was making sure that I do well in all of my subjects for school, because I feel like last year I fared well in my subjects, but I just felt like I wanted to do slightly more better this year since I'm going to be in matric, and my marks are going to count for whether or not I'm going to get into the university of my choice. So, and I even made certain percentages for all my subjects. So for Afrikaans, I made it 50 to 58% because I'm not really the best with Afrikaans, but I will try to improve a bit more on it each day. And I feel like if I was just assessing my marks and how I made this, I was assessing all my marks from the whole year throughout this year, and that's how I came to it. Because with the marks that I was getting from term 1, 2, 3, and 4, it was sort of on this level. That's why the percentages are ranging, because my marks are never constant. Next, Maths Lit, 70 to 78%, because I'd say I'm pretty good at Maths Lit, and I'd say I fare really well. I think I just have to brush up on some things, ask for help, do the usual. I feel like for all of my subjects, I think I just have to ask for help, do a bit more research on topics, and just communicate with the teacher if I'm struggling. English, 68 to 77. Life orientation, 67 to 72. I really hope ELO is better next year than it was this year. ELO is a scam. Yo. Life science, 60 to 65. Geography, 69 to 71. And business studies, 70 to 84%. So, yeah. And with maths, I forgot to say, I think I will be trying to practice a bit more with formulas and everything. Obviously, pass matric, because that's the end goal here. Get accepted into the university I want to go to. So I really do want to go to UP to study psychology, and I really want to make sure my APS it's really good for it. Also, I'm kind of soaking off one of my gel nails because it's kind of... Yeah. Anyways, using effective study methods. Usually the ones I usually do is active recall and blurting, and those really help me out a lot. I say they're very useful. Then trying to go the extra mile, meaning it kind of relates to more of asking my teachers for help and, as I said, doing extensive research on topics. And remembering to take breaks and have some fun along the way. Because obviously I'm in matric, I'm getting older, I'm 18, so we are going to be working, but we're also going to be having a little bit of fun. And at the last I said, don't strain yourself with work. Just like a little quote to keep me going. Then next we're going to go over to our emotional goals because I feel like I did not focus a lot on my emotions this year and I really want to improve on that. So, first goal is to embrace all of my emotions because I really try to just shy away from all of them. And when I mean all of them, the good and the bad. Expressing your feelings healthily and constructively because I feel like I have this problem where I actually don't say that to people's faces, but internally I feel like I don't know how to say how I feel. And it's like I don't want it to come out the wrong way because the last thing I'm trying to do is offend someone. And I really want to voice out, tell you what I'm feeling, but in a constructive manner. Being a bit more vocal with others, this is referring to because I usually tend to suppress how I truly feel a lot and I'm fake. So we're going to try and not be a fake ass bitch anymore next year. Next, if someone is upsetting or ill-treating you, tell them. Don't suffer in silence. Now, this one's going to be a very hard goal of mine because I'm used to suffering in silence and that's like my go-to, but we're going to try and get out of that habit next year. Next, we're going to go over to our social goals. Now, social, we don't really have a lot. It's very few. It kind of just like spending time with the people I love, staying in contact with people I want to stay in contact with. That's kind of it. Since I feel like socially, I was pretty all right. Next, we have a physical. So physical is making sure I have a solid workout routine because I want muscles and I want to get bigger. Making sure I work out 3 times a week, just minimum, just so I'm not too out of myself. Drinking more water, balanced eating. And I also said it's okay if you don't eat well some days because I do feel like my relationship with food, it's not the best because I usually kind of like restrict myself from indulgent or foods because I'm like, I don't know about that. It's too many calories, too much fat. So we're gonna try and get out of that. And also allow yourself to eat what you want here and there. Just eat, bro. You're still growing. Taking care of my skin and my hair. That's also another goal of mine. And also not trying to be too hard on my body and trying to accept the body that I'm in. Because listen, your body does quite a lot for you, so you should just try being be appreciative of it. Next, we have our mental goals. So here we have quite a bit. I want to spend some alone time because I really like spending time alone, just by myself. I feel like that's really fun for me, and I really enjoy that. There are times where I don't really want to like hang out with people because I just want to be by myself and I think I might try to voice my opinion a bit more. Next, don't always listen to your intuition. Now, the thing is, with your intuition, it can be right, but it can also be wrong. So I don't always want to trust my intuition because sometimes it can mislead me. So the reason why I had listed this is because I feel like I'm always kind of scared to do something because with my intuition, I feel like, what if this doesn't go well? And while there's the possibility of it not going well, what if it doesn't? What if it does go well, So I think maybe I should just, be a little bit of a risk taker. Because in life, you sometimes take risks where you're not really certain of the outcome. And the only way you'll know is if you find out. So here and there, I do want to try and maybe just take a leap of faith. Journaling weekly or daily if I can. So I like journaling because it helps me to, I'd say, channel my thoughts and feelings, not keeping them all balled up inside. I mean, hey, I can't talk to someone about it, but I can write down how I feel. Don't settle for mediocrity. Mediocrity? Yeah. So this is more in terms of standards with the people in my life. Now, I may be cutting some people off because they are just, it feels like a communalistic relationship. I know I just made that up, but I learned it in life science, grade 11, when you're learning about the different relationships like communalism, mutualism, parasitism. Da, 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 da. With communalism, it's kind of like a relationship between two organisms where one benefits and one doesn't benefit nor is harmed. That feels like most of my relationships, and not most, but like definitely quite a few, and I don't like that. And I want to try and see how I can maybe tackle those issues. Embrace the little things. This means I must kind of like celebrate my small wins, and while they're not very big wins, you're still like, you're still doing something, and it kind of like lowers, or it helps with my perfectionistic self, since I like perfection. You already saw in my last YouTube video how, I'm quite perfectionistic since I'm an advocate, INFJ team. So then being patient with myself. So I do feel like I am very critical of myself, and I want to try and start being slightly more kinder to myself next year. Spending a little less time on my phone. So I said a little less because I feel like I haven't actually been spending that much time on my phone. Usually I spend about like 7-8 hours a day on my phone. But that's not bad. And that's usually during when I have school, because I've been trying to focus more on my books. During holidays, like I never spend more than 12 or even like 10 hours. Like some days I spend more than 10 hours on my phone, but I don't spend that much amount of time on my phone, if I can say that. So yeah. Then don't waste your energy on irrelevant people or things. Now, I'm gonna try this new thing where I don't really want to waste my energy on like worthless people, like people that are just not worth my time. Like I just no, because it takes so much out of me. It just takes up so much. It just takes so much out of me. Oh yeah, one thing I actually forgot to add was use being more. Use being is actually a mental health app I've been using, and I usually want to use it a lot more. So I think I'm gonna add that quickly. Use being more. And a little quote that I added is "kill him with kindness," because like Selena Gomez, I like to take the high road. That's just who I am, but not all the time. Lastly, we have some additional goals. So this one is quite short. Just creating more content for like my YouTube and my TikTok and my Instagram. And yeah, that's practically about it. And so far, those are all my goals for 2023. So currently, right now, it is Saturday, the 31st of December, last day of the year. So I'm really excited to see how 2023 is going to be. If you've made it to the end of this video, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please be also kind enough to give me a like and maybe even a subscription if you're willing and able. I mean, it doesn't take that much energy, I'm just saying. Anyways, I hope you guys have had a wonderful holiday, and here's to a prosperous new year. Bye.